Hello, I'm Chevette Jefferies, and I too had a learning disability. I was in first grade back in 1970 something, and was told that I was different because one, I was left-handed, and two, I was a slow learner. I comprehend slow, I did my math slow, everything was just slow about me. I grew up in a house where I had 5 brothers, no sisters. My parents were from the South, so therefore they didn't have that much education. So when I started in first grade, I was told that I had a learning disability. Not explained what learning disability, but I had a learning disability. I remember my mother telling me that we had to go to the hospital, and they did all types of tests on me. They put me in a room where they did different things where I had to learn about this shape and look at this picture and look at that picture and tell me what does this mean, what does that mean. It was just a big old room where there was a big glass where it was just me and the lady, or the nurse rather, that was testing me, and my mother was on the other side looking in, watching. After we did the testing, went to school, they told my mother I had to repeat first grade because I was a slow learner and that I basically wasn't catching up where to the other kids were. Again, I had to repeat with the same teacher that I had previously failed and start all over with her again, I thought she was the meanest thing ever. In second grade, I had some problems again, but it wasn't until I was in third or fourth that they put me in special education, and it wasn't an immersion at that time. I noticed that I had to go out of class for certain subjects, and then that's when I realized that, okay, well, maybe there is something seriously wrong with me to where I'm actually in a special class with all the other kids that were not the same as what they deemed as normal. Just recently, I had reached out to my high school to see about my educational records, to see what they might have put into my file, to see, what exactly was wrong with me and why was I special? Why was I in this special ed class? Why was I in, class with kids that were different from everybody else or seen as abnormal? Of course, when I received my records, everything was archived already. The only thing that they had put on there was that I had taken a special test called Metropolitan Reading Test, and yeah, I saw the results, and it came out to being 0% right for reading and 15% or maybe less for math. So it's obvious that I had some kind of learning disability, but I still do not know what kind of disability it was. It wasn't until I got ready to go into 9th grade to where you had to fill out your paperwork of what classes you wanted to take, and it was either college prep or VOTEC or general. I, thinking that I was smart and intelligent, filled out for college prep. It wasn't until my teacher called my mother in for a conference, and the guidance counselor of my alma mater told my mother that I shouldn't go to college. She just has too many learning disabilities. She has too many problems. I think that she shouldn't go to college. Well, I was also told that I was always getting things wrong, or things was different because I was left-handed, and that it was not deemed to be, appropriate back in the 70s and early 80s, that, left-handed was the wrong hand to be. You should be right-handed. But I always said that, left-handers were always in the right state of mind, so it couldn't have been too different. Just to go back to where I was leading up to, that they told my parents that I shouldn't go to college, and that I was, I should pick up a trade because that might be a little bit better for me, as well as it might be a better career choice for me. Well, let's just say after graduating from high school, I went on to college anyway. I had my bachelor's degree. I graduated with a 3.5, and just recently in 2011, I finished and got my master's degree and graduated with a 3.5. So apparently, they didn't know what they was talking about. I also was told that, because of your learning disability, that you probably wouldn't mount out to anything. I was a teacher for a couple of years, and I am still teaching to my children at home. I am the mother of a son who is dyslexic, and he reads his book upside down. He also was tested to be gifted and talented achiever. He has the highest recording score for the GATE, or the Gifted and Talented test, that he has taken in San Diego, California, back in 2009. It's just that having a learning disability doesn't mean that you're not smart as everybody else. It doesn't mean that you can't be the next president of the United States. It's just that we take our time doing things that are required of us. So a learning disability, I don't consider it as a disability. I think it's learning achievement. And that's how I'm teaching my son that no, it's not a disability. It's not holding you back from doing anything. It's helping you to achieve things that other people can't achieve, such as reading upside down.